It's a Sunday morning here in Pattaya, where I live as an expat in Thailand. I'm just about to go to the gym. My plan then will be to get some food with my family, go on the beach. I want to test walking barefoot. I've been reading about the benefits of connecting with the ground, and so that's something I'd like to do. And then I'll go to the sauna for the evening to relax before I go into the evening. Something very typical for what I like to do on the weekend. And it begs a question, because lots of people ask me, okay, I want to come to Thailand, but how do I choose the region I want to live in? And I think actually making the decision to come to Thailand in itself is a good thing. Making the change is positive. You should enjoy anywhere you go by virtue of just being somewhere different. But then you need to consider the longevity and the fit and sustainability for a region in how compatible it is for you based on a number of factors. And there's some things here before I talk about the different regional options that you need to cross-reference against. Your personal situation, your family, have you got kids that need to go to school, your health and age in terms of being near a hospital and quality of hospital and costs and your insurance matching. Do you need to work? And so how commercial and vibrant do you need a location that will fit to that? What are your interests? Health, fitness, being around nature, being around people, being around less people, partying, drinking, socialising, the need to go to different attractions like water parks, the importance of having an expat community around you, how important travelling is once you have your base, and then your budget. But I think largely most areas can accommodate all budgets, so choose your region first and then worry about the accommodation within it. So here are some of the key locations where expats go. Pattaya. I tried to come to the conclusion here of what constitutes a good fit for an expat. And maybe much of it is you're a lad, or you're a lad at heart. You like having all this activity around you. It's certainly an excellent gateway. That's what I found. Very easy to get to Bangkok. Utapao Airport is on your doorstep, where you can fly to most places, including international. Savanapur Airport is there. And it's just easy to get everywhere. There's a large expat community. Lots of mixed Westerners, Indians, Russians that come here, meaning there's so many places you can go and eat and drink. The beaches are okay, certainly better than sitting on a beach in Bournemouth, and it really caters for the mid-tier expat. Go back 10 years and I would say the low to mid-tier, but with the changes for retirement requirements, I'd say mid-tier, your average expat. The hospitals are good, so if you're getting older, that ticks the box. And there's lots of shopping to do. That's Pattaya. People knock it, don't knock it. It's a pretty decent location and probably a good starting point for anyone that just can't work out where they want to go. Then you have Phuket. Phuket is like Pattaya, but maybe a little more highbrow. The beaches are great. The compromise is it's not such a good gateway, even though there is an international airport, because you are a little bit away from everything. There's still shopping. There's still plenty of things to do. And you're near the islands as well. Then you have Hua Hin. I don't mean to knock this place actually, and I want to be very clear and reflective on what Hua Hin is like, Hua Hin. I lived there for a year. I kind of describe it like a utopian bubble. It's almost too perfect. You'll get old guys on their bikes riding, people sitting on the beach. The Westerners and Thais like each other. There's enough shopping, there's a little bit of drinking if you want it, the beaches are good, there's plenty to do. The airport is improving all the time, which makes it a better gateway. I found that it was just too far from Bangkok for me, but for many people you don't need to get to Bangkok, it was just for work. A little bit sleepy and relaxed, but that's not a bad thing. Plenty of golf. It's a good location for a guy that wants to be in a nice 2 or 3 bedroom villa and just be in a very clean, decent place. You've then got Samui. Maybe you want to live on an island. That's one of your driving forces. There are other islands, but Samui, Phuket I don't class as an island. It just doesn't feel like it. It's too big, it's too busy. Samui does feel like an island. It has so many flights coming in and out that you can get to Bangkok within an hour. So it gives you the access to Bangkok if you need a bit more energy. There's enough shopping, there is shopping centres there. There's certainly lots of attractions and wonderful beaches. I love the fact you can get a ferry to Koh Phangan or Koh Tao, dirt cheap, and you could live a very nice life there. Maybe the walls close in being on an island after a period of time, but then you can get to Bangkok as well. There are still international schools there. There is an international hospital. So it's decent. You then have Koh Chang and Koh Phangan. I'm going to put them together because they're charming. They're beautiful. There's so much nature around. Phangan more in the wellness, health, nutrition. You'll see lots of saunas, spas, decent places to eat, vegans, yoga. You've got the party scene as well with the young backpackers, but you can keep yourself away from it. I love this island, but I think to live there would probably be too isolated, which is why I'd probably opt for Samui and just use the 30-minute ferry as the gateway in and out when I want. Koh Chang would be for guys that just love nature, trekking, beautiful beaches, enough places to eat. There are solid talks now that there will be a bridge coming into the island over the next 4 or 5 years. That will improve the traffic from domestic tourism from Bangkokians. So if you wanted to buy a property there, it's probably now you want to do it, because I can imagine the price is starting to go up and there is a scarcity of land. I love it to live on. Maybe not for me, but certainly to go to for a holiday, it's very good. You then have places like Chiang Mai, which have the most number of expats, surprisingly, by virtue of the fact that you have married foreigners. In Pattaya, you tend to find Thai girl, foreign man. In Chiang Mai, foreign man, foreign lady. Lots of digital nomads. The big issue for me, even though it's beautiful, there may not be the beaches. There's plenty to do, plenty of places to eat. Going up into their mountains and seeing the waterfalls is wonderful. But the air pollution is probably just a big issue for me. There's international schools, there's everything you need. Maybe just a bit too remote in terms of what I personally want. There are other areas, Buriram, Udon Thani, where a lot of expats find themselves because they go back to where their Thai wives originally lived. A little bit too sleepy. There's a risk that you'll end up drinking too much. Not for me, so I haven't included it in a place which I would think would want to go onto your checklist. Won't need to spend much, that's for sure. That's my views. So if you're keen on coming to Thailand, consider your interests, options, look at your locations, and then go for it. I'm off to the gym. Keep safe. Down about Thailand.